Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to be using our Patriotic Stars to create this project. This template you can print out or you can choose to do your own stars. I liked these star templates, but I thought they were too thin because of the copy paper. I actually took and traced those stars onto recycled cereal boxes so that it gave a lot more weight for this project. If you think that would be a nice idea for you and would help, you may do that as well. The first thing you guys are going to be doing is placing your stars and however you would like as far as layout is concerned on your paper. I think I'm gonna go, you know what, maybe I'll go around. I'll do a big, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, like this. The first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna be talking again about negative space. So if you remember our Japanese Noten designs, that was the project where we took a shape, we cut it out, flipped it over. So the empty space was our negative space, and the shape that flipped out was actually adding a outline. So for our stars, I'm going to use my pencil to trace around so that I know where I had them placed. I'm doing this really lightly, which probably will be hard for you guys to see at home. But the reason I'm doing this is so that I do not color over this space. We are going to create stars without creating stars. And the reason I am saying that, the white of our paper is going to be the negative space, and you're going to be able to use your color to create firework explosions, if you will, coming off of your stars. How are we going to do that? I will show you now. The reason that I'm having our tracing star templates around here, it's hard to hold on to all of them. And instead of taping them down, I found that this just works the best for me. If you find a different solution, you go for it. You can use a number of materials to do the color. You could use chalk if you have it. You could use crayon. You could use marker. I'm going to use marker, and I'm going to be sticking with red, white, and blue. White being the negative space for my stars, and red and blue Sharpies. If you don't have Sharpies, markers work just as well. When you do this, the reason that I wanted us to have a thicker paper, you're going to take your marker and start to go off around the star, making sure that you're not coloring underneath your star. Notice I'm going out in really kind of wild, expressive strokes. I'm giving this a feel of fireworks because, I don't know, Memorial Day also reminds me of 4th of July, and it helps me think of celebrating all of the troops and people that sacrifice their lives for us and freedom. So to me, that's a huge celebration. When you go closer to where this star is, you're going to see why I wanted you to make sure that you're taking care not to trace on top of that white space of our star. Now, I can have it just be red, or I'm going to kick it up a notch and go with a little bit of our blue. I'm going to have my blue come in here like this. So we know red and blue make Mrs. Stevenson's favorite color, so I'm not going to try to mix it too much because I don't want purple. I want to keep it red, white, and blue, but I also want to just experiment with some fun mixing of my patriotic colors. So I'm going to go around all of my edges here. I actually think my artwork is crying a little bit because it's lonely down here, and I'll tell you what I mean momentarily. All right, ta-da! Do you see where the magic happens? Now, I created a star without making a star because I colored around and boom, my negative space. My star looks like it's jumping out. Maybe for my next one, I'm going to use just blue. Let's see. I'm going to line it up. There we go. It really doesn't matter, honestly. But now I'm committed to finding how I did it. There we go. All right. So maybe I just want to do blue for here. Now, I think you may start realizing why I chose to have the template traced on the cardboard. When you want these to be really nice and crisp negative spaces, if you get your color underneath on the white paper, it kind of takes away the illusion of the negative space. So it's much more powerful if you have a nice, crisp, empty, negative star space in there. Now I'm going to do my red and I'm going to overlap the explosions to my stars here. And I'm going to take it all the way out to the edge. The only white of our paper, minus a little see-through white spaces in between. Woo! You see that move. The only white of the paper that I want visible is my stars. That is going to draw attention to the negative space and just really have a more impressive look to it, if you will. All right, I gotta move my finger here and I'm gonna continue all the way out to the edge and around, but I don't wanna go in my little baby star down there yet because I'm gonna go around it with my blue, or actually, you know what I'm going to do to create my finished pattern here is red and blue down there. All right, woo, I am loving this. All right, now my last little bitty star here. I think I'm going to get my red and blue so that I can kind of stick with what I did up here to end it. And I'm gonna, maybe I'll take it all the way out over here. You can see how expressive the lines are, and if we're trying to make this kind of look like a celebration and fireworks, the more expressive energy that we have with the way that we color our line, the better. Whoopsie-doo. Oh no, I did a terrible thing. No, not really. I just made a mistake. No worries. I went inside my negative space, but guess what? It's still going to look awesome, so don't worry about that. Mistakes are evidence that you're learning and being a better artist and just a student in general. I used to be really afraid of mistakes until I realized how helpful they are. All right, now I need to add what last color? Yes, you are correct, my blue. Oh, I'm loving this, guys. I don't know. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. I try to think of these projects that can really be fun while we are doing our studies at home. All right. And have purpose because it's so important to celebrate. Here we go. Now, there you have it. You can see my beautiful oops there, but maybe the firework just got a little out of hand. I hope you have fun making your magical stars, and I can't wait to see you soon. Have a great day.